Okay, so do I want to change any of this? Auto skip? Well, I'm probably gonna have to change the mouse sensitivity later. Well, the classic W, A... Oh, it doesn't have AD, it only has, like, I'm assuming the mouse movement. You have dash, left shift, switch. I don't know what switch is, but sure. Well, this shouldn't make any difference. Wait, okay, no. The FPS limit, let's limit it a little bit. Yeah, 120 is fine, I don't mind that. Did it save? Yeah. And well, audio, I don't think... Well, I could make it louder. Can barely hear anything right now. Okay. Let's see how it goes. So, I don't know how many stages there are gonna be. I think I've been told that there are 10, but who knows? Oh yeah, the mouse sensitivity, I 100% have to change it. Though, the weird thing is the lack of A and D. But hold up, the mouse sensitivity is in controls? No, where was it? General, yeah, okay, so probably 2. I'm gonna put 2.5. See if that goes better. Yeah, that should be fine. But yeah, it's weird because I'm trying to move horizontally using A and D, and they are not buttons in this game. So it's awkward because every game that I play like this has A and D as movement. Like, it just feels a little bit awkward, but it's okay. I'm not sure if it's part of the difficulty or if the idea is, you know, like it didn't occur that it will be useful to have. Okay. Yeah, I can see it being quite challenging, especially when the levels get longer. So since there's only 10 now, I don't expect them to be that long. So you get killed if you hit that red shit, right? Probably. Well, I could try. Well, yeah, you get killed by falling, that's for sure. Yeah, the red thing kills you. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, I forgot you have a dash. So do I want to use it? I can barely control it as it is right now. So what is it really, the dash? Maybe it's something that you use later. No, it's a mid-air dash, I think. Yeah, it is a mid-air dash. Okay. Now the question is, what was the other button? Switch. Oh, okay. So you switch a platform like that. Wonder if it's gonna say it once you get there, because if someone didn't bother going into the controls, they wouldn't know. Damn it. I can see that a game like this could filter a lot of people. I usually have patience, so it's not a problem for me, and I play games that are way harder as well. But... okay, yeah, here, oh, actually it shows up, nice, that's cool. So which one switch actually here? Also, how is it going? Wasabi? Yeah, this is a game that is made by Metix. Yeah, that's that viewer in chat that was mentioned. And yeah, this is the demo so far. The full thing releases on April 28th. Yeah. Interesting mechanic to have a platform switch just by pressing a button, but so far I gotta say the biggest flaw is not having A and D. Like, maybe for other people they might not use it too much, and I don't know, because I don't know what first person shooters like players of first-person shooters do. And I say shooters because they are the most common, I guess, but for me it's extremely awkward not being able to press A and D. And it's not just that it's because it's not mapped to A and D, it's that the buttons don't exist. Like you cannot strafe left or strafe right, like it's not a possibility. So that's something that I'm assuming that Metix is gonna see this later eventually. But yeah, that's something that I would like to see at least in the final version. Because some movements are very awkward without those buttons. Like they are very awkward. Wait, no, that's a wall. In fact, I kind of have to double check myself a lot of times because I'm like, no, you cannot strafe. And strafing, you use it mostly when you want to line up a champ. Like you stay still and you want to do something. Well, you use the like left or right for that. Obviously, since a game like this is meant to be played fast, I'm assuming that someone that is speed running this is not really gonna bother with with strafing left and right, but you never know. I mean, like as I say, I don't know many people that play first-person games, so I don't know what techniques they use or whatever. All I know is that in my case, moving left and right is something that comes naturally. So yeah, this game not having that makes it quite awkward, but it's fine. As I say, I don't know if it's an actual conscious choice or if it's simply that Metix didn't think it was necessary. Might have been a conscious choice, like just as a way to make the difficulty harder. Okay, so we have bumpers as well. Do I need to use the dash here? Not yet. I wonder when is the first time that the dash will be required. Probably not yet. But I at least trust that whenever it's required, it's gonna show up. Though I could use it here if I really wanted, you know? Like, who's gonna stop me? Yeah, I probably should. It's just that I also know how far it goes. Not to mention, it seems that it's very momentum based, so like when you're moving this fast, I'm not sure if it's gonna have that big of an effect. Wait, and now, oh, there. I guess another thing that I'm noticing that could be better is the perspective. Like sometimes it's hard to tell how close or far these platforms are. I guess it's still easy to tell because there can only be one platform and there aren't many choices, I guess. Just that it's something that I kind of have to do a double take to see what platform is the one I have to follow, right? Okay, what do we have here? Oh, that's interesting. You have to switch at the right time. Yeah, got it. Okay. See, for example, there, like in that platform, when I was trying to line up for this platform, I instinctively pressed D to strafe right. But I feel like that's a movement option that shouldn't be removed. Obviously, if the idea is that as a way to balance the difficulty, that's totally fine. I just think that there will be a lot of people that will ask, well, where is the left and right? Maybe not, I don't know. Who knows? I don't. Damn it. There is also a very big momentum factor in here. Like, a lot of those, well, champs that are not really champs, but a lot of them I'm failing them because I'm not constantly moving, right? Like, it's not that it's like, you know, I wanna be the guy where there is no such a thing as momentum. Well, I mean, depends on the gimmicks. There could be gimmicks with momentum, but the regular movement doesn't have such a thing. Here it has, which means that if you're not moving constantly in some places, you're not making it. Also, the bumpers have no sound, right? Well, actually, I think there are no sound effects in general. I mean, that's probably something that Metix is gonna add later in the full game. But yeah, no sound effects would be weird if it was like that on the full release. Basically, sound effects for when you use the bumper, when you switch. Well, when you champ, even though it doesn't have to be very loud. I do think the bumper has to have a sound effect. Wait, where am I going there? There, I guess. Well, dying should have a sound effect too. Especially since the visual thing is meant to be you know, like you're glitching out. Like a sound like that should be there too. Another thing is, I want to see, okay, that's an interesting thing that I don't think it matters too much since you're supposed to do this pretty fast, but essentially there is no difference in champ height. Like basically every champ you do is completely equal to the previous one, right? Well, when I say the previous one, I mean that every champ is the same. Okay, I gotta go there. Kaboom. So yeah, that's another thing that, well, I don't think that's something I will change because that will completely change the whole game. Like, that will be a very big change because it's basically part of the core gameplay. Wait, what's this? Oh, once you land in one, another one gets discovered and they stay like that. Oof, close. That one was pretty fast. Another thing that I'm not seeing is a level counter, like to know exactly in what level you're currently at, because since now this is a demo, it's not gonna be that long, so it doesn't matter too much, but I'm assuming on the full game there are gonna be a lot of levels, and yeah, that can be a problem. Well, it's not really a problem, but like it will be nice to know in what level you are. You could even give them names if you want to. I mean, you don't need to, but yeah. Okay. Oh. I have to use the dash here. You know, this reminds me a lot of, in I Wanna Be the Guy, like it's kind of like the equivalent of an F-champ. Like you have to go out of your way to dodge something and then go back. Is this all original music? I guess. I don't know. It could be royalty-free music. I mean, I did see that Metix uploaded this in their YouTube channel, but whether it's, well, I'm assuming if it's royalty-free, they wouldn't do that. But yeah, it's possibly original. I mean, whether it was composed by Metix or by someone else, I don't know. Well, maybe if there are credits you will know, but I haven't seen credits in the options, so... And I don't think they are gonna appear in the demo, so... Not sure. At least a good thing, well, actually this is pretty hard to tell. I was gonna say this game is pretty well optimized, but... It's just that my computer is extremely good. So maybe it could not be well optimized and I wouldn't know. Like, I don't wanna brag, but my computer is legitimately very good, so... Hard to tell if it's well optimized or if my computer is just like that. But I can tell you that I'm not hearing the fans of my computer at all. Like, usually when my well, it happens a lot in many games, but in, for example, like the game that I just finished playing, which is Need for Speed Undercover, since it's emulated and the emulation is for Xbox 360, you could hear the fans very often, right? But here I'm not hearing any fans, and it makes sense because it's running locally. But yeah. The point is that at least it doesn't make my fans work, and more importantly, it's in summer. Like, even if today is not extremely hot, it's a relatively hot day, so that's nice. Whoop. Oh, that was the last level. So it says, thank you for playing TORION Escape. If you enjoy this demo and want to support the development on the game, please wishlist it on Steam. I don't need to do that because I will remember. I already remember that it's in the 28th of April, so yeah, no need to wishlist. But yeah, that was interesting. I guess my main criticisms are essentially, as I say, the fact that there is no left and right is very weird. I get it if you want it to be a gameplay mechanic, the lack of left and right, but I would advise you to add a left and right movement for A and D, at least by default. Obviously, you can change it later, like here. And then the other thing is, well, I don't think this is really a complaint for many people, but here, this by default was at like 300. I think that most people don't really want to run games like this at that many FPS. I will assume, or advise, well, actually it depends, I guess, because a lot of people will love having like a lot of FPS and some other people don't mind too much. It's just that I guess in weaker machines starting with 300 FPS is a lot. Unless you do a check for what hardware they have, I think the default being 300 is way too much. But yeah, I personally left it at 120. And not much more. Well, and adding sound effects. I think that that's very important too. Sound effects for jumping, for the bumpers, for when you die. For when you land, it might be cool too, like basically steps, and when you switch. Like, it will be nice to have sound effects for that, and you don't even have to make them yourself. There are a lot of royalty-free sounds in sites like Pixabay, for example, that apparently are actually royalty-free, and you can use them without issues. But yeah, I will add that, and they don't even have to be that complex. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's definitely the type of game that I that I will play. So I'm looking forward to the full version. But yeah, well done, Metix. And here was I telling me the songs are supposedly made by a guy named the Silly Individual. Okay, interesting name. But yeah. I guess that was the demo of TORION Escape, so hey, I guess, well, and actually today is February 28th, so I will actually see you with the full version in exactly 2 months from now, so hey, looking forward to it.